So you're losing nothing if I sing.
All right.
I don't see a sub button.
It's okay though. We'll get there. We'll get there next stream. Next stream will be fine. Probably.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I don't.
God damn
Okay.
it.
Okay. So. I'm still there. I'm still reeling.
Hakuna Matata.
Gasping, reeling, about to pass out. So,
Oh.
when last we left our heroes, Soren, the Oriktali Samurai, Valen, the Oriktali Grave Cleric, Renswa, the Oriktali Druid, of Spores, Percival, the Halfling Divination Wizard, and Agathar, the Kobold Necromancer, we went through a bit of R&R, a few days within the time frame of the puzzle dungeon, just going over what the players have been up to during that 40-day period, who they've been talking to, and a few key interaction scenes here and there. Just, generally catching up with what they were doing while they were in the puzzle dungeon, or, well, more accurately, not in the puzzle dungeon, just kind of, in general, chilling and or vibing. But, alas, there was so much to do in 40 days that we didn't actually get to everything. So, we will be starting this session off with a specific interaction that I kind of wanted to have happen during that time period. So, let us all go back to a simpler time of a few days ago. One day, before the five of you are to go into the puzzle dungeon, you all notice that among the patrons in the bar with their name are members of your rival, quotation marks, crew. Eloise is adjusting her hat. Riven is checking his weapon. Lana is adjusting her plate mail while her hammer rests on a table beside her. Neatal is currently chatting up Regina and collecting a small bag of various items. And Eloise is the first to spot your group and gives you guys a small smile. As each of you guys kind of filter down from upstairs to downstairs to get your breakfast before, going in for the day, so to speak. Well, it's good you guys came down here when you did. We were about to head out ourselves.
Oh, you're leaving?
Neatal walks over to her group with this bag of supplies. Yep, on our way out.
Heading up to Viore, I assume?
It is Riven that just gives a nod. Yep, heading that way. We're gonna be walking in through that there handy-dandy portal door. It should be quite nice, says Lana.
Yeah, it makes traveling easier.
They nod in agreement. Does anyone have anything they'd like to say to this group specifically, or anyone specific in this group?
I forgot. Is Chucky part of this group? I thought they were.
No.
Are they not?
No.
Nope.
No.
Weird. Okay, I thought she had like a voodoo doll of...
Yeah, no, there's a different kobold in their group
Oh.
that we haven't met yet.
Oh, okay.
Percy will approach Eloise.
All right. They give a tilt of the hat to you. Evening, Percival. I actually have something for you, and she pulls out from one of her pouches a smaller pouch that like fits around in the palm of her hand, and she offers it to you.
Meow.
Her nose scrunches a touch as she looks at this, like, all right. I take it and I look inside.
It is a pouch of tea mix, and as the smell kind of like hits you, what is Percival's favorite tea flavor?
Coffee.
If she had to drink tea, what would it be?
I guess
Jack
ginseng.
Daniels.
Ginseng? Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, that is the flavor of tea that it is.
Oh, kind. I didn't get you anything.
I mean, it's fine, Percival. I don't really.
No, you need to stop getting me things because it makes me look worse. That I don't get you anything.
I mean, I can understand that a little bit, I guess. I actually got a tea pouch for everyone.
Oh, I feel less bad now.
Shouldn't that make you feel more bad?
Well, I could give you something. I have it, and she starts feeling around in her pockets. It's somewhere. I take a step closer and I hug her. Oh, there it is.
She.
I halfway legitimately thought she was just gonna be like, I've got something, it's in one of my pockets. Oh, here it is. Pulls out a middle finger.
I was expecting something like, oh, look, my fucks.
I give you a coin. 1 fuck to give.
I must have left all of my fucks in my other pants. Oh, what a shame.
So she's startled for a moment of like, whoa, wait, what? Percival's hugging me? And then
Am I in danger?
and then she kind of just like puts her arms around you and just hugs you back.
Egg is
Giving you
also
a-
in disbelief.
Giving you a little squeeze.
I say it. Redswall just gives like a light smile at the display between the two.
Neatal is gonna kind of like lean down and just kind of like whisper to you, ah damn, I think she's trying to steal your girl.
She takes a step back, dusting herself off. It was nice seeing you again, Ellie. One sister to another.
It was nice seeing you too, Percival. I'm happy that we could meet again and get to, leave on better terms. She just has
She takes it.
she has like a very big grin on her face.
She kind of raises her head or her chin a little and not looking down her nose a little. I can't say for sure if this will be one of many opportunities to see one another or whether it is the last time. So I'll say my piece.
Alright. What did you want to say?
I am happy to see you I may not have shown it when you first knocked on my door. But over time, it has been nice, reconnecting. Even if I don't quite agree with the people you travel with, as I leer slightly in Neotal's direction.
She gives you one of those like hello type waves where she like lifts up a hand, just like wiggles her fingers like hoo.
Yes, the promiscuous one is what I am referring to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did have a bit more of a traditional upbringing. But she's good people.
Your words, not mine.
Of course. And it's been
She gives her... Go ahead.
And it's been nice reacquainting myself with you as well, Percival. It's always good to meet someone who understands.
Yeah. You'll be hearing from me. I hope when you do, you take what I say seriously. And she takes a step back,
But of
bows
course,
her head. Before melting back into the group.
Okay. She nods and tips her hat. A very formal form of farewell among your people.
Oh geez, we've made my people into a tribe
Milady.
of, yeah.
Oh, shut it. She also distributes tea to each and every other person. Soren, what tea flavor do you have?
I never really thought about that.
We could say it is a nice jasmine tea.
Or green.
Yeah, Soren probably would like jasmine tea, I think.
Alright then. Next up, Agathar, what kind of tea do you like?
Probably a more of a fall like tea where it's kind of just turning into winter. So like a
Like
kind of a warm,
like a chai
uh,
style tea?
not a chai style. Oh my god, I can picture the freaking tea from Trader Joe's, but I can't remember its name. But it's more of like a kind of got cinnamon in it, and it's more like a herbal tea. It's like an autumn herbal tea.
All right then. And how about you, Valen? What's your tea flavor?
Yeah, some vanilla.
Okay. We'll say an orange vanilla. How's that sound?
Sure.
Okay. And lastly, Rensois, what tea do you like?
Say, I'm trying to. It's like because I know I've been asked before. I believe I had said chamomile and lavender.
Chamomile and lavender. Nice. 2 seconds. Hey, Mom. Oh, dear God.
That'd be funny if I found some items
Okay,
that
I'm back.
completely forgot existed.
But yeah,
Yeah, the harvest
chamomile
herbal
and
tea.
lavender. Gotcha. Yeah, that sounds about right, honestly speaking. But yeah, you get a nice chamomile and lavender. Basically, it's one of those things that Eloise intuitively knows. She just kind of knows what tea is your favorite tea and just passes it out to you. even if you never had it before. It's just like, oh, okay, this is a tea flavor. I like this. This is actually one of the. What is this? I love this tea flavor. You know what I mean? At any rate, so so that is what Eloise does. How about you, Agathar? Is there anyone that you'd like to approach?
Oh man. Probably Lana, since I've had the most interactions with her, sort of. But like, I felt like I haven't really connected with any of them, honestly. But yeah, I think he'll approach Lana, and he'll be like, well, I wish I got a couple more sparring sessions in with you, but you know, I'm due to calls.
With Lana? Okay. She,
Yeah. With Lana.
she kind of gives you the small smile. Yeah. You know, you're actually quite the little spitfire yourself.
Yeah, I've been discovering that about myself recently.
No,
But,
I understand.
Well, good luck with everything. You know, be safe as much as you can. Keep the others alive. You know, yada yada stuff you don't need me to tell you.
Nah, you don't need me. You don't need to tell me to keep the others alive. It's what I do best. Cracks her neck a couple times. Oh, that aside, I mean that and punching people.
Yeah, you're very good at that.
She grins. And
But, yeah, real quick, it's just like, you know, if anything progresses with Valen, I'll let you know.
all right. And thanks for that.
Of course.
Rinswoo, who are you talking to?
Ooh. I see. Is the music cutting in and out for other people, or is it my internet?
Might be
Just
internet.
Okay, can never tell. I mean, she's talking with me at all.
All right then. What do you want to say to her?
Yeah. So, I mean, where all are you heading off to next, do you think?
Probably somewhere in Vuori, if I had to guess. Gotta start somewhere working with what we're doing there.
I suppose so. Well,
Either that, or
I
we
mean-
might. Either that, or we might go to Mirzai. There's some other stuff we could probably do elsewhere. Not quite sure myself.
well, once we're done with this accursed tower and we're on our way, I'll touch bases with the Sending Stone.
Oh, hey. I'm glad you still kept it.
Yes. I mean, of course.
You know,
I mean,
some people
it
are weird about
is
stuff.
significant. I guess so. But I mean, you are still a very good friend of mine. And I mean, well, it is. Let's just say that sending letters back and forth when both of our groups travel, not the easiest thing in the world.
You know, honestly speaking, fair enough.
I say Rince will kind of scooch her foot a little bit and then rush forward and kind of hug her around the waist. You'll be safe, right? Don't do anything too stupid or crazy.
Hey, look. Stupid and crazy is not exactly my shtick over here. I'm the cautious one. And she'll kind of like give you a little hug back.
She'll kind of like halfway like just like lean the upper half back, like still holding, but like enough to like look up at her with like a quirked eyebrow. You're the cautious one. That's why Eloise keeps you on a leash, right?
Hey, look. I don't king shame you.
Perish the thought.
Perish the thought indeed.
But seriously, like, stay safe. Don't. I know you tend to be the one to scout ahead, and that's a dangerous job. Just be careful.
I'll be careful. Trust me, I got escape mechanics for days over here.
If you say so.
I know so. She winks. And with that, Vaylin is the only one that you're saying goodbye to.
Yeah, Valen will go to Lana.
Ooh, okay. She actually gives you a nod. Hey, Valen, what's up?
We're both the ones that keep our groups alive. However, don't be afraid to reach out for us to help. Things get too much for you. We'll do our best to make it to you guys as fast as we can.
She nods. Well, here's hoping nothing's gonna get that bad. But
Well,
if they do, I'll let you know.
Well, we know of your mission and its intent. So, things like that can get complicated.
She nods. Yeah, a little bit, but we'll be fine.
That's good. Just, as I said, try to not take too much that they can't handle it.
She nods. And I'll actually give her farewell to you as well.
Shad looks through his notes.
Well, maybe you'll remember more by then. Or maybe not. Doesn't really matter too much one way or the other. I'm thinking I'll just take you home one day. After all this chaos settles down. You think you can wait for me until then?
One day, maybe. Will it be sooner than later? No one really knows.
Sure as the rains fall over Vitrium, I'll be there with you.
Yeah.
She smiles, and then begins to make her way to the portal. The group kind of like gathering themselves up. Riven approaches you, Soren, and gives you a very small nod of respect. Try and work
That's
on
good,
that,
I was gonna say that's good because Soren wanted to approach Riven.
Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah. Did I not go to you and ask you who you wanted to
I think
approach?
you skipped me. Yeah.
Oh, well then, shit,
Yep, you did.
Soren, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. He's fine. I'm the melee class. Nobody ever pays attention to me. Anyways, oh yeah,
Shut
he's
up, you
gonna.
got a Vorpal sword.
So he actually wants to talk to two people here, but if he's first going to approach Ribbon and go, well, from what I've seen of your cleric, it looks like you have some competition in the strong arm department.
Eh? I'm not really a strong arm, you know?
He narrows his eyes and grins and says, I have noticed. By the way, we do need to have another duel eventually.
Yeah, potentially. Try and work on that sword work, bucko. Otherwise, I might just leave you behind. Gives you a wink.
I had every intention. You keep your group safe, all right?
Yeah, it's what I do best, you know? It's what us melee professionals gotta do, at the very least.
We got one thing over. We got one thing over most of them. We follow a code. Just be sure to stick true to yours.
Don't know what code you're speaking of, bucko. Personally speaking,
Maybe not yet.
personally speaking, I ain't got a code. Aside from living.
This one's gonna extend his hand to shake Ribbons.
He'll hold out his hand to you, and just before your hands meet, he'll just kind of like, just like flick it up and sweep it through his hair like too slow.
Agatha reaches for a scythe.
The Soren grins again and goes, I think I'll have to take that for, or pay you back for that in the next duel, huh?
He'll certainly try.
He's gonna fist. Sorry,
You can tell that he means well. He's not like doing it out of malice. He's just teasing you.
Yeah. And Soren's gonna just like lightly like punch his shoulder, just like a friendly like yeah, like that, and go, you keep yourself safe, all right?
Yeah, I always do. And he just moves over to the portal.
And then Soren's gonna look at if I got time for one more.
Sure, you have time for one more. Who do you got?
Soren's gonna step up to Neatal, and he's going to have kind of an embarrassed look in his face and say, I feel like we got off on the wrong foot.
Oh, really? You think? You gave me a taken girl, she says with a bit of a smile before a little punch on your shoulder.
I didn't know she was. I didn't know she was then. I mean, come on. He says, kind of grinning.
Yeah.
But he goes, that's not exactly what I was talking about. I was talking about our first meeting when we were out in the forest and you approached, started asking about her and all that mess and everything. And I'm seeing now from how you interact with your group and how Rensois is your friend that I misjudged you highly, and I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean, sure. She shrugs, just kind of like, oh well. I'll be honest.
Well, maybe
I didn't even realize it.
I didn't have a very high impression of you, but maybe should we meet up again, we could start over.
Oh, no way, you're talking about starting over. It's not as if you insulted me or called me a bitch or something like that. Oh no, I'm so terribly offended you didn't trust a stranger in the night who just appeared out of the woods and asked about your cute little rabbit friend over there. Huh?
I sneezed.
He kind of like chuckles a little bit and he says, I never wanted to call anybody a bitch. If there's anyone that was going to do that, and I would leave that to Percival. He nods over to Percival.
Oh no, I'm very well aware of what she thinks of me at the very least. But we have a report, don't we, Percival? She calls out across to Percival.
What's that?
We have a report, don't we?
Just like blankly stares at them. No.
Ah, we do. She does.
I don't.
Don't let her tell you otherwise.
Soren kind of laughs at this interaction, and he extends his hand to Neatal as well and says, well, maybe we'll see each other again sometime. If you're heading to Vori, I'm planning on heading out there at first opportunity myself.
Well, we'll see where the wind takes us, right? Fellow wanderer? She holds out a hand. She'll take yours and hers and just shake a couple times.
He shakes it and smiles and says, wherever the wind takes us.
Wherever indeed.
Then he's going to release her hand and step back and go, I believe you have a party to join.
Oh, really? Here I was thinking the party was all over here. She will part ways and make her way over to Rensois, giving you a very broad grin. Be seeing you around later. It's fun hanging out with you. Wink. Before moving on along. Lastly, Agathar.
Oh, hi.
You feel a small hand on your shoulder, and as you turn around, you see this taller, silver-scaled kobold behind you, wearing this plate mail armor and having a pair of goggles adoring on their head. They give you a broad grin, and they go, "Hey ya! Haven't seen you around. You're pretty cute. Mind if I take you out next time we meet?"
I think he just like...
They just smile cheerfully.
Huh? Have we met?
Maybe. Have we?
He's just red.
I mean, hey, us kobolds gotta stick together, right? She gives you a wink. Or, sorry, they give you a wink.
Yeah, when they say that, a little ding goes off in his head. I certainly think we do. A wink.
You know what?
Soy Fang immediately. Who's this bitch?
You know what? Seeing as how you're maybe a little bit taken, I think we'll just go on a regular dinner next time we meet. They give you another grin before putting their hands in their pockets and just casually walking away.
Yeah, because definitely Chucky never really introduced themselves in this sort of manner, so I think they'll get like oh god, how do I get this little alias out of them? Yeah, he'll say is like, yeah, I guess we'll have a friendly dinner later, and he kind of like motions his head for like your name.
They just quirk an eyebrow like, yeah, dinner, right? And they just leave.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to talk to them or ask them what their name is, you certainly can.
Yeah, I think
But you can tell that. But you like go ahead and roll an insight if you will.
Yeah, I was about to say like this is definitely Chucky, but they never gave me a name.
By the way, my
16.
name is Agathar. Wink, wink.
Well.
My first insight against them. My first good insight.
Give me a second, real quick. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. They are incredibly hard to read. You earnestly can't tell if this person is just messing with you, if they are just naturally that aloof.
Mhm.
But they are clearly fucking with you to a degree.
Mhm.
They're poking at you
Yeah.
with their whole yeah. You know, it's very clear that you want to know their name, and they're just like, "Yep."
No, they're
Leaves.
avoiding it. Okay. Yep. Fair enough.
I mean, not avoiding
Yeah.
it. They're not avoiding it.
Okay. Like, yeah, I think before they step out, I was like, I never did get your full name.
Oh, my full name? I don't really have a
Mhm.
full name. Gosh, does any kobold really have a full name? Most of us have just the one. Or is it two? I'm not sure. Mine's ch-ldr-n, though.
ch-ldr-n, okay.
What's yours?
Agathar?
Oh. That's a fancy name for a kobold.
Can come from ch-ldr-n. This seems like an elf name.
Elves are lame. They're everywhere, and they call humans the invasive species.
I've been called worse.
Eh,
We
I
finally found someone racist that's not a human.
I think they're just jealous.
You
'cause
found
they-
it, the BBEG.
I think they're just jealous because they can't breed with everything like humans can.
He shrugs. Never really took the time to get to know them. But I'm sure they're just as complicated as we are.
Sorry, say again?
Yeah, it's like, maybe. But they're probably just as complicated as we are. And they probably don't even know it.
Maybe. Who knows? I don't.
I don't.
Oh, hey, you met the Travelers too. Fun group, aren't they?
There's certainly something.
Oh, they certainly can be. But anyway, I'ma head on out. Oh, there's just something else
luck.
you wanted to ask me.
I think it can wait. Nothing really super important coming to mind right now.
All right.
Besides, I think you already know the things you want to know.
Maybe. I don't. Although, I will say, take care of your zombie not zombie girlfriend. Just multiple finger snaps, finger crossbows, just like before yoom, through the portal door.
She's a
Undead, not undead.
You gonna make you undead?
Oh, you'll try. Shoo.
Enough of undead.
So thing, get her.
yeah, send him.
sicker girl. And
You hear what she calls you?
I believe that is that as they all filter out through the portal door one by one, giving you guys a farewell goodbye. And soon it's just you guys and a few of the regular bar patrons.
It's just you and me and all of people.
Well, that was a lovely way to start our morning before we head back to that hellish place.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, what are we
Yeah, it's
on?
almost enough to make you forget that we have to
So,
dive into the depths of hell again.
yep.
Yeah,
So what
but it's a
floor
good
are we
little
on?
boost.
83? 84?
Speaking of the depths of hell, are you all ready to go
Oh, God.
today?
I'm
Can
so
we
ready.
can we
I'm
have breakfast?
so ready.
I
Can we at
guess
least-
so.
Can we at least have breakfast first?
Renslaw reaches.
Breakfast is for the week.
Renslaw reaches out for a broom.
Wait,
You're already gone.
Cast create room.
All right then. So, and with that, you say farewell to the rival party. The
Good riddance.
morning, the morning after, the Roost's arrival, all of you guys are waking up within the Roost. Not so much of your
Within your own beds.
within your own beds. However, it is not so much of your own volition, but more so as a result of a mass sending spell that kind of like hits all of you at once.
Wait, sending divination.
Nope.
No,
Hate
it's
sending.
It's evocation.
yeah, evocation's a lot of weird helpful things, even though it's destruction is at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
As a very familiar voice is speaking into your heads. Good morning, each of you. Now that you
Yeah.
are awake, I have.
Whose voice is this?
It is Dralaam. I ask that you each make your way into the bar with your name to meet my ship crewmate when she arrives. You will know her when you see her. After which, there
Crewmate.
isn't much of an opportunity to respond, but you guys may go about your normal waking up process.
Ship crewmate. I thought she was just gonna teleport us there.
I'm guessing it's gonna be... What's her name? Rat? Thunder Rats?
Oh, wait. What would Gustav teleport us?
No, it's unlikely. She said ship. Something to do with that previous place.
He rubs his face.
It's you can see like Percy in her jams in the hallway. She's got like a toothbrush in her mouth and a nightcap.
Yeah, it's gonna. I was trying to get some stretches and workout in, but I guess I'll do that later. And then the first thing out of like the door opening, Belle's head just kind of pokes out of the door and just kind of looks around.
Yeah,
Head
Renslaw kind of like. Renslaw kind of like comes out of her room looking mildly annoyed. She sent
Sorry.
that in the middle of my meditation.
There is little I can do against spells that are not divination. Do know that the caravan is
No, it's not your fault, love.
guarded against.
It's
Immediately goes like
Dralaam.
dark green. Right. I'm going to go freshen up. I suppose breakfast is already being made. And she starts heading downstairs, and you just hear like the clatter of like food being cooked by someone. If you go
Nice.
down, you just see like plates and cutlery and like churning stew. Like the caravan makes food for us.
Nice.
The sorcerer's apprentice have an ass.
Yes, but they don't self-replicate. That's extra, and I wasn't planning on paying extra. 3 is enough. If you need more than 3, get off your ass.
Alright then. So you guys go down, you eat your breakfast, and you emerge from within your home. And
No, the caravan just walks us there. Then we get out.
I mean, you're near the bar.
Fine.
Yeah, were we parked right next to the bar anyway?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
were like parked near the bar, like in the stable or something like
It turns, so we face the door when we come out.
that. Yes, the wagon wheels just kind of like rotating, it's like, and just kind of like, puts the door right near the other door, as you
The
guys
door
just-
opens the other door.
Yeah, as you guys step out and get into the bar with their name. The bar itself is just now starting to get a bit more activity. A few patrons here and there, just kind of like, basically making themselves known. Regina gives you guys a cheery little smile, and you each settle into a table, presumably in the corner of the room, and simply wait.
You all slept well, I hope. The beds were sufficient.
Yeah, it was great.
Good.
It's a bit large for just me.
Drums her fingers
but
on the table.
Certainly comfortable.
Yeah, well. I always say more space is better than less.
Very
You
true.
can you could insight if you want.
Do I even really need to?
Natural one.
Yeah, right.
My deception is high. Let's see if I roll. Just high enough. Flighty. Could just be that she just thought bigger bed better.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll bet. I'll bet.
Bigger bed
I will say
means
it is
space
funny.
for
She
means bigger beds means space for rental.
That is true.
Oh.
Also, I find it funny that I gave. I mean, you haven't seen Percy's room yet, but Rensois has the biggest bed, and she purposely gave Thar a regular bed. Just like, I don't like the lady you bring into my home, so you have to struggle.
Joke's on you, she is a bed.
That's. What, did she like fold out?
Hell yeah, she does.
Did you some weird necromancy shit?
She's very flexible.
Yeah, I always do weird necromancy shit. You're gonna have to be specific.
Did you in
Do you have
check
any
out
idea how little that narrows things down?
Right.
Looks at Belle.
So we're sitting here, and she's like, "Did you peruse the drawers and drawers of cataloged bones I left for you?"
I was going to, and then we got woken and summoned, so I haven't exactly had the chance to look through it yet.
So you ran upstairs last night after dinner, ran up into your room, and then just went directly to sleep.
Ah,
I mean, didn't you?
kinda.
No.
I mean, I ran around a little bit, kind of like, I don't know, I ran around, and then I just went to bed. Because that was still the day that we got beat up by that dream thing, so.
I suppose. I like how like.
No. The
Percy's
day you
like,
got beat up
she
by the
goes right
dream
to
thing
bed.
was like fucking weeks ago.
Oh, no, sorry. Dralaam's,
The
The paranoia thing.
The
Paranoia.
paranoia elemental. Yeah.
That's what I meant. Paranoia elemental. Yeah, he got beat up a little bit, so
Paranoia
he was,
Run through
you know.
my brain.
Well, with you not looking at the very nice stack of bones I've gotten you, and Soren deciding he needed sand in his room.
Well, look at him later.
She harumphs.
I mean, until Agathar gets a hold of them, those bones aren't going anywhere.
I suppose. I was just excited to see you all.
I know. It's very lovely. For what I saw, it's quite the extensive. It's more than I've ever had, so I really appreciate it.
Okay.
And around about this point in time, you guys hear a whistling from outside. As
I already hate this.
you hear a whistling from outside of the bar, followed by a light thud against the door as a woman suddenly appears in the bar. She is a dark-skinned elven woman with silver hair that seems unreasonably cheerful for being inside the bar with no name. She is wearing a green scarf that wraps around her neck and trails behind her, with a suit of leather armor and a Hardwood City Watch captain badge on her right shoulder. She is twirling a small dagger along her right index finger, and using kind of like the small ring hole at the base of it to kind of like twirl it around her finger. And she is just walking in a straight line towards the bar. However, there's a bit of a problem. There are 3 tables in the way, with at least 2 of them being occupied. "Hey, Regina, how's the bar been?" she asks in a very jovial voice before flicking her dagger forwards and into the table in front of her, as she flickers through reality and appears on the other end of the table, her momentum having not halted in the slightest. And Regina looks far more nervous than before, and kind of with this pained smile holds up her hands before saying, "Hey, Naya! Lovely to see you here again, but can you please not thunk?" Another dagger is tossed into a table, and another flicker as Naya appears on the other side of the table that she was about to walk into. The dagger she tossed now in her hand once more, still spinning lightly as if it had never stopped doing so. Not what?" she asks in a cheery grin while continuing to walk forward, unabated, her spinning dagger still turning over in her hand as she just rapidly approaches the final table. The patrons just kind of like, oh shit, just picking up their stuff and just leaving the table as they see this crazed woman just walking towards it. And Regina's like, "Could you please not toss daggers to the table? They're very expensive to thunk." As Naya flickers to the other side of the remaining table between her and Regina, giving her a cock of the head and a curious look before her eyes go wide, and she kind of like looks back to the 3 large dagger stab marks into the tables. Oh! Totally forgot that happens. Oh well, easy come, easy go, right, Regina? She just pulls out a small sack of coins and drops them onto the counter. "For the damages. Now, where are those guys who beat the dungeon and freed Dralaam?"
I lean over who's next to me. I'm just like, she scares me.
Percy's gone. She's used her new spell, Dimension Door.
Sword
She's
leans,
taken Rincewa with her.
Sword leans over and goes, "Who?"
Counterspell.
Sword leans over and goes, "Who's she talking about?"
The 3 of you will hear her ears flicker. We'll see your ears flicker a bit, like twitching, and she's like, "Oh, there's a portal open nearby." About where did you come out, if I can ask, Percival?
The caravan is like right outside.
Oh,
So
okay.
at the door.
She actually did it.
You see her eyes kind of like flick over to where your table was, and then flick over outside. She's like, approximately 25, 35 feet. Ooh, that's an extra dimensional space. Oh, that's super cool. She just grins.
Percival bailed on us, guys.
100%.
She got us a home and just left.
You'll deal with the... Yeah, we arrive. I looked at Rincewa. It's like, I spared you whatever the fuck that was.
Thank
The
you.
others can take care of it. They are fully capable of dealing with crazy. I think we've had enough of it.
Sounds good to me.
I don't. Valen will lean into the remaining 2. I don't think banishment will work on this one.
I think we're just gonna have to play this out.
I do have anti-life shell that'll keep her away.
And
But
as
not for long.
Bell rattles nervously.
Regina just kind of like points to you guys. They're the ones who cleared the dungeon.
Valen's just doing the whole hand across his neck, like no.
Soren's got his hat angled forward, like over his face as he eats his breakfast.
She
Oh, wait, he's already eaten
turns.
Know what to
breakfast.
do.
She turns towards you guys. Oh, hey, you guys! I'm happy to see ya. And
I looked to my left. I looked to my right. Me?
all three of you. Weren't there more of you? I think there were. I forget. Where's my assistant? She kind of like looks around, and you hear a small thud into the door, followed by a as the door handle just kind of like turns and opens, and you see a very overworked looking elven woman. Probably they're like a high elf with like this platinum blonde hair that kind of like goes down along their back, and they're carrying this massive fuck off stack of papers that are kind of just like falling everywhere, but are currently being grabbed by different mage hands and being put back on top of the pile. And she's like, Naya, you have all this paperwork you need to do. You're not supposed to just leave this city without doing your paperwork. As if I do that. That's what I have you for. And she just walks over to your table, pulls out a chair, just spins it, sits it down, and then she what's the guy from Star Trek who like sits in the chairs improperly?
Talking about Riker.
Yeah.
Riker.
And then Riker sits in the chair.
There's actually a reason he does that, or did that rather.
Yeah.
Sup? So, you guys freed Dralaam. I heard about that. You went through the puzzle dungeon. Was it fun?
No.
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 But it's like the most fun ever! I remember I was playtesting it, and it was so fun. I almost died like, 3, 4, 5 times? A level!
I did die like 10 times.
I look at Regina with pleading eyes.
Like Soren just kind of looks her dead in the eyes and says, I actually died 10 times. Probably more.
Ooh, that really sucks. But hey, you know, at least you had the thing. Right?
He just angles his head back down and he just continues looking at the table.
I mean, you got better, didn't you?
He looks and he just kind of looks up at her and he goes, I don't know. Did I?
I don't know, did you?
So what's your name?
I think I got a bit smarter.
Oh, my name is Naya. Naya, the Dancing Wind is the title. She holds out a hand for you to shake. She like offers it to each of you.
He makes sure his glove is on and then shakes it.
Yeah.
Soren kind of like puts his head on his hand, on his forehead, shakes his head, and goes, "Man, I really thought I was being original with mine." And he extends his hand over and shakes it.
I have no idea what you're referring to.
I have no idea who you are.
I'm sure it'll work out.
He
Now, where are the others in your group? Hey, God, I forgot your name. What's your name again? Stephanie. Ah, yeah. Hey, Stephanie, weren't there supposed to be, like, more than 3 of them? Or are those 2, like, permadead because they took off the necklace or something like that? Well, ma'am, if you'd like to interrupt her, you can.
Yeah, Percival ditched us and took my sister with her. So,
oh, that's what the portal opening up was. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I can open up portals too. I'm gonna see if I can't go. And she's gonna try and she tries to like step off to the side, and you see her form start to blur and kind of like flicker with like this light green magic before she solidifies back again. She's like, "Aw, they have protection against that."
You're damn fucking told I do.
Yeah, we'll fill them in later.
Money well spent already.
I have kept out one disaster.
Yeah, we'll catch them up later. Can we help you?
Why, yeah, you can. I was gonna give you guys a reward.
Oh.
You woke up my best friend.
Soren kind of snickers at this and goes,
Oh well, I guess 2 of you guys don't get rewarded.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know you knew Miss. Well, actually, I didn't know you at all. He he rubs his face. It's just like, hi, I'm Agatha.
Hi, I'm Nea.
There.
Glad to meet you.
There it is.
Handshake.
Handshake.
Sorry.
I needed a hard reset.
Stephanie kind of just like shuffles into view behind Nea, and she's just like, Miss Nea, could you please finish your paper? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not here right now. I'm off duty. Don't you know that? I'm here to see my ship crewmate. Don't you know?
But you're the captain.
Huh? What? No. No.
Wait.
No. What?
Dralaam
No.
didn't mention a ship.
I'm not the captain. What would I be the captain of the ship? No, I'm the skirmisher.
You're a what?
Skirmisher. Or was I a quartermaster? I don't remember what role on the ship that I filled. I was a
there
monster
is
hunter.
a ship.
Oh yeah, no, there still is. I think probably depends on where she put it. Oh man, wouldn't that be embarrassing if she like lost the keys to the ship?
I look in the ceiling to desperately try to find Dralaam to try to help us out of here.
She's not
saying
there.
She's not going to be there anymore.
Shit. Oh no.
"Hey, that was her hiding space."
Yeah.
You-
Oh no. I can't check there anymore.
Instead, Agathar sees Soy Fang just
She's Doug sitting up there.
sees Soy Fang, her tail just poofed out. So this is what fear is.
There's actually no one in the rafters today.
Cool. Huh, well, cool.
Today.
We're
You know
missing
what,
a lot of
You know what?
context.
You know what? I'm gonna go say hi to the people, and you see her just kind of like without standing up, she just takes her dagger, flicks it, and then just bamps, just teleports,
What about the okay?
and she starts walking away from you guys, hitting tables and teleporting through them, before she hits the door and teleports to the other side as her little servant friend is just like, God damn it! just
Wait,
pitter patter.
what about the ship? The rewards.
What
Wait.
about the reward?
just pitter patter as she follows behind with this stack of papers. Of course she wouldn't open the fucking door. As Percival, you and Rensois are inside your cart, and you've been in there for a few minutes, and you're like, oh, maybe the disaster is past. And then knock. Knock.
Percival lifts her keys and presses a button as the knocks are muffled. Well, it would seem the disaster has come to my door. I have accounted for this.
The knocking intensifies
What
further.
is the game plan?
Yeah, all I hear is.
It intensifies further.
She can intensify it all she wants. As I pour like Rensois like something to drink, something fruity. I don't know, something nice, cold.
Nice
You can
fresh juice.
you can feel your wagon shudder a bit as another thud hits the door. Before you hear a muffled
Soren strangling her, sounds like.
I certainly hope that was her hurting her arm on my door.
no. That was her tossing a dagger into your door and trying to warp to the other side but failing.
Money well spent.
I will say though, your door takes your door and your wagon by proxy take. Ba-da-da-da-ba-da-ba.
47 piercing.
Yeah, 75 points of damage. The fact he has to calculate it this long.
15 points of damage,
Let me
which
check.
does beat the damage threshold.
Do recall it is resistant, so it takes half of that, which is then does not reach the threshold.
It is not resistant to this. You basically see a dagger tip just shink into your door
Oh, okay.
before it flickers.
This woman,
Before it flickers away.
This woman wants to die. Very well. Percy gets up, dusts herself off. If you will excuse me. I make my way to the door. I open the door. And
Hi.
polymorph.
Oh,
All right.
She takes a 4.
She takes a 4. What's your spell save DC?
17.
17.
No way.
All right then. You watch as this smiling elven woman. What's she turn into?
She turns into a. I want to say. What is humiliating? Small box turtle.
All right. She turned into a small box turtle. The turtle's still
I pick her up.
wheezing and laughing.
I pick her up, I take a few steps away from my caravan, flip her on her back, and give her a spin before I go back to the cart.
Oh my god.
All right.
I do iterate by saying, if you throw another dagger at my door, I will do far worse to you. Spin.
They're
Then I
still
go back
laughing.
and shut the door.
All right. You go back. You shut the door.
I feel the notch. I look over at the turtle. That is going to cost you 400 gold. Before I close the door with a clunk, thunk. I turn them into a turtle and then spun them in the dirt. And I start sipping the ice cold drink I made
a few minutes later, the knocking reasserts itself.
Could I have chased this lady out? Because she just like said hi, refused to elaborate, left.
You catch Percy walking back into the cart as a turtle is spinning on the ground.
Yeah. You see Stephanie kind of like making her way over to the spinning turtle that's laughing. It's like as it spins.
He rubs his face, Percival.
So, shall we start making our way back to Mel's?
I'm kind of curious just to let them go about their business. How much you want to bet that she's trying to get into Percival's cart?
You see a notch carved into my door that was very clearly made by a dagger and a turtle on its back. You tell me.
Soren hasn't left. Like I thought him and Valen didn't just remained at the bar.
Fair enough.
I mean, if the two of you
So
want to exit, you can.
So Regina, what's the story of? What's the story on that one?
That's the watch captain of Hardwood.
Sorry, writing.
Yeah. And that is also one of the founders of the city.
Percy don't give no shits.
Local crazy person number 2.
So she just embeds her dagger into wooden pieces of equipment, and people gave her a position of power.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a neat trick and all.
Do you want to be the one to tell her no?
I mean, Percival was.
I mean,
true. Percival could easily be that person.
Look, it's like this. She's the watch captain. Like, sure, she's a founding member, but she's the watch captain of Heartwood. She trains rangers there.
We should probably do something before she makes Percy light the whole city on fire. And
Uh,
Soren stands up on his feet and starts to head outside.
All right.
Valen will look at Regina. He's not wrong. Percy would actually do that.
No, I believe it.
Alright.
She'll probably live though. As for you, Agatha,
Maybe.
you're already outside. You can see Stephanie kind of like
Yeah.
approaching the turtle. Before pulling
Still
out
spinning.
before she pulls out a dagger and just stabs the center of the turtle as it just like grows back into the woman. As Naya is still spinning though, and she's just like, ha 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 ha! That was
If I
funny.
wasn't an
I could have
adventurer, I
died.
would probably scream. If I wasn't an adventurer and known the context of this, I would be very afraid right now.
That assistant was like, oh yay, finally, some relief.
Yeah, I lived out one of my fantasies. He walks over to her and is just like, yeah, that was Percival. Sorry about her.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure she doesn't have another one in her. She kips up, just onto her feet.
I can't hear. Just let me keep a second.
No,
What?
actually, she doesn't do that.
You-
She pulls out her dagger and stabs.
Can I
and
try to
stabs
stop it?
she stabs the ground and just blinks.
Oh, she stabs the ground. Okay.
She blinks, lands. Oh,
Look, it's gonna be a lot less painful. Can you just tell us why you're? Well, you already told us why you're here for the rewards. Do you need them? Do you want them out here?
what rewards?
You just said you would give us a reward for freeing Dralaam.
Oh, that was you guys?
Yes.
You were just in there a minute ago and just said it like a minute ago.
As you step outside.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, sorry, it was outside. Never mind.
No, I'm just
Sorry,
saying,
I don't have
you can-
object permanence.
You can step outside. You can step outside and tell her that, and she's just like,
Yeah, they were like he didn't hang in there for long. He was like, oh, I better do something, and he gets up.
yeah.
Percy has a wish scroll, so Jay will burn down the city.
Oh. So she got one of those? Oh, that's so cool.
What? He just rubs his face. Okay, do you? I'm just gonna go get her, and he just walks to the.
Oh yeah, sure. You should probably go do that. I think I made her mad.
That's the thing. She's always mad, and
That's my secret, Captain.
Well,
He unlocks the-
she is an adventurer. I'd expect a little madness.
Valen will go to Stephanie.
She looks. She turns to you. She has bags under her eyes, and she's just like, "Hello, yes. Do you have a complaint?"
Please tell me that you're the same one out of the few people in power we've met.
We're
Malcolm
all
is
mad here.
Malcolm is sane to a degree. I'm just kind of her assistant. Yes.
So you have some idea of what's going on right now.
Uh-huh.
Can you please elaborate? What's going
Sure.
on?
Sure. Naya got the call to come here that Dralaam was going to be getting the ship again, and that she wanted, and then she wanted to talk with your group and your compatriots to get a better understanding of the people that freed Dralaam from her old form, I would suppose. She did die, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. Then this is not 10 years ago when there was a bit of a false alarm.
heart attack. This is how.
Oh. Huh. Out of all the ways. She
That's
shrugs.
what Malcolm said.
Yeah. You would think she would have a contingency against that, but apparently not.
Probably next time.
More than likely.
Okay. Valen will turn back to. We'll turn to Soren. Okay. Got the gist of it. Why can't we talk to some sane people sometime? Thank you, Stephanie, was it?
Yeah, that's me. I just really
Okay.
need her to fill out this paperwork before she goes gallivanting off on an adventure again, but I don't think that will happen. Agathar, you were knocking on the
Neither
door.
do I.
You were knocking on the door to the wagon.
Well, I have a key, don't I? I can just
Oh
I
yeah.
just go
yeah,
in.
Yeah, you have a key. You just
I literally I put the key in, open the door, peek my head in. She has rewards. Can you play nice for 5 minutes?
Percy, you alive?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, Agatha opened the door, poked his head in, and looked at you guys, and it's just
We're just sitting at the in the little like relaxing nook with all the books in it, with like the big pillows and stuff, sharing a cold drink. As I look over to you, it's like, what?
she has rewards. Can you play nice for 10 minutes?
I narrow my eyes.
her head
She already owes me.
her head pokes in from above his. Wow, I can't see anything.
Good.
That's the
You
point.
You have 400 gold you owe me for ruining my door.
Oh, that's it. Pulls out just puts a hand in her pouch, and then just like throws it in, just like sprinkles a bunch of gold and silver coins onto the floor.
I snap
Sorry?
my fingers and the gold coins just start to get floated upwards and into a sack.
There's 400 gold pieces there.
Alright, I'll listen. I can be nice so long as she stays outside.
Soren puts a hand on her shoulder and says, "Even though you might have a lot of money on you, I would not make a habit of doing that."
You see her poke her head out. And she's like, oh, I can see again. Pokes her head back in. I can't see. Can see. Can't see. Can see.
When
Can't see.
she pokes her head
Close
when
the
she
door.
pokes her head in, so when she pokes her head out again, he basically tries to take her by the shoulders and just like gently just like guide her outside of the caravan and then just let her go there.
Who is this fucking buffoon?
She lets herself get guided. She's like, wow. Oh, come on. I was having fun there. I was playing.
Soren goes
I was
inside and
playing.
closes the door.
I was playing. What? Gosh, everyone's running away from me. Oh well, that happens.
I want to cast sending so bad. It's like, Dralaam, get your girl.
She don't bite. She bite.
As and as you guys are sitting here dealing with this woman, a announcement rings throughout Deepwood, and a familiar voice comes over what appears to be an intercom system of sorts.
Deepwood or Morningwood?
One that pierces the Roost's defenses to let people hear what the announcement is. Because it is a alert system. It's being used currently for something else. As Dralaam's voice comes over. Good evening, citizens of Deepwood. Your Dean of the Magic College has finally reawakened. You may have all heard the rumor that a brave few souls have completed my puzzle dungeon at long last, thus bringing about my resurrection. However, with my reawakening comes a recontextualizing of a few different things. Firstly, the puzzle dungeon shall be reorganized from its current state into something a lot less intense. I have also been made aware of another issue that needs attending to, and a promise made in the youth of me and my country that needs to be kept. So, with that having been said, me and my husband shall be leaving the city of Deepwood on a few errands. The citywide defenses have been checked, and they have been found to be as pristine as the day I laid them down, as to be expected of a genius such as myself. So, my country will be safe while I am away. However, as I am sure you all know, your amazing leader would not leave without making a spectacle of an event for all my citizens.
I liked her
So,
better when she was senile.
stop all that you are doing. Turn off ovens, carry the children with you, and celebrate with me as I reawaken a grand technology of old!
So much to be staying on the low end.
As I do a music change.
Well, it's good to know
Nice.
Dralaam is still Dralaam.
All right, everyone. Good to know you guys. Dralaam's about to blow up Vitrium X. She forgot how to pilot her airship.
Oh my god, are we gonna get sanctuaried?
Guess what, everyone? Here's an airship for one ride only.
Yeah.
And
But you
it's
do
just
still have to pay. 1,000 gold a minute.
All right, I believe these are the brakes. Turns on the windshield wipers. Nope, not those.
no, not windshield wipers. Turns on the FTL drive.
Alright, and I have a question. Will Percival, Soren, and Rinsois leave the wagon
What? Go to this thing?
to see the big event? Yes.
I wonder if I could just get the caravan to take us there.
It's just outside.
Fine, I get.
I mean, Soren's curious,
Okay.
about
so
what?
he'll step outside and take a look and see what the event is.
Alright.
I take Rinsois to the roof where the garden is, which has been renovated to be more lush, and there's like a bonsai-esque birch tree that kind of hangs over the top. As I hand her cold drink, and we just sit from here. It's like better view.
Alright. So, everyone in any shop in any location currently scrambles to get out of it and fill the streets. Everyone kind of like chatting amongst themselves, and well, of course, soon within like the first 5 or so minutes of the announcement, there are hundreds of thousands of people just in the streets, just kind of like packed together, looking around as the drizzling rain that has been falling this entire time slowly just suddenly stops as you look up and you see this flickering barrier, this dome around the city. As a few people point up and go, "What's that?" As Nea is currently just kind of like vibrating in place, just grinning manically, as a voice is heard upon the air. A figure can be seen floating within the sky itself. A wide-brim hat, large rainbow-feathered wings, a massive serpentine tail whipping along behind her. Dralaam, with a staff in her right hand made of white wood with 7 multicolored gemstones embedded within it, and a book in her offhand. Silvery tattoos adorning her body, starting to glow brighter and brighter with each passing second, as it becomes far more obvious that she is chanting something. The mood in the city seeming to stall itself and become far more intense, as a charge flickers throughout the air. And as this charge reaches a crescendo, she flicks her staff down the middle of the air and tears a hole into reality itself, creating a doorway within the sky and pulling through it a vessel. Where there was nothing, there is now a large skyship resting within the air, silently floating upon just nothingness itself. A sleek battle cruiser that is no less beautiful than it was in its prime, just in different ways. It's slathered with layer after layer of paint, enough so that little of the ship's original lacquer or stain is visible. The painting depicting a myriad of random scribblings and swirls from a bygone age. Sky Beast or Bust, written prominently upon the port side hull of the ship, with a name written just above it in yellow paint, the Canary. Upon its front, mounted is a figurehead mounted on the figurehead is the skull of a massive beast of unimaginable terror, something that no one here can recognize in the slightest. Dralaam flickers away with a flash of light as the ship comes to a stop in the center of Deepwood, just above it, casting an overlong shadow across the capital city. How does everyone react?
Show off.
Didn't we see one of these when the people from the north came through?
Oh, that was something else.
No. You see, that ship was a product
excessive.
of technology. That ship was metal and engine roaring. This ship, utterly silent, made out of wood, and seeming to float with no other additional help, no engines to speak of. Instead, a large fan built into the backside of it that seems to be kind of like a propellant of sorts, with these large fins that kind of like, float down along the side of it to help maneuver it through space.
Yeah, those guys came in like a Halo Pelican. This is like a water boat that's in the air.
Kind of. After a moment, Malcolm can be seen walking blearily along the ship at the main deck, making checks for and carrying after the once dormant ship. He blearily dresses as he walks, his casual clothes already on, hair pulled back. First is a couple rings. One, curiously, that seems to make him just grow an inch. The other, his wedding ring, which gleams with this magical silver light. And the next are his ribbons, which he draws out of a curiously bulky container and adheres to his wrists. Only then do they begin to resemble broken chains. Before he starts fiddling with this mundane bag and pulling out a vial. Drinking it, he spits out some viscous material before just kind of like tossing that vial off to the side. And, going back into his bag again for his traditional flask of cocoa, nursing it a bit. As slithering up along beside him is Dralaam with her pristine outfit, kind of like coiling around Malcolm before giving him a little smooch on the forehead and snuggling up against him as the crowd just kind of goes wild beneath it. Are the five of you wanting to do anything?
I mean, I'm just staring in awe, honestly.
Okay. With each passing second, as this ship kind of like gets pulled into reality, and you guys just kind of like, and the crowd is just like going wild beneath it. Naya herself is just getting more and more giddy with each passing second before she finally explodes. It's our ship! Before she speeds up exponentially, just kind of like seeming to vibrate violently as her body takes on this more ghostly aspect, and she begins to rapidly ascend the air itself towards the ship until she turns solid about midway up and begins to fall, cackling merrily as, with very little effort, she takes something off her hip and tosses it towards the ship, tagging it in the side with a dagger that has this chain connecting along it that she has attached to one of her hands, as she just swings straight down under the ship and then upwards. A bubbly laugh filling the air as she just swings under the ship, around the other side, then up above it, her excessive momentum carrying her far above the deck as she starts to limply fall once more, still just laughing the entire way, as she twists and tosses 3 more daggers, flickering through the air with each one, until she reappears on the deck itself, wobbling lightly, before she just excitedly rushes over and tackle hugs Dralaam and Malcolm. The conversation seemingly carried away by the wind, as the crowd kind of like roars at the display of magic and martial prowess before them, like returning celebrities, so to speak. A lot of the much older people in the crowd just having tears in their eyes, just like, they got the gang back together. And then a few people are like, aren't they missing one person?
Wasn't that Max that just said that? What?
It wasn't. Are any of you guys wanting to say or do anything?
So that's a ship, huh? You know, I don't know what I was expecting.
I feel like that should have been an option for the caravan package.
Hey,
Renswell just kind of like leans into Percival. You know, if it was anyone else, I would say she's compensating for something.
Well, you do recall her saying how much she missed having such a long tail, so perhaps you aren't far off.
Yeah.
Also, very minor aside, but I do have a bit of art for Nea as well.
Oh.
Of course.
Yes.
She is cute. But
Very.
insufferable.
Like I said, a golden retriever on Adderall.
All of Shad's characters are, in fact, just Shad with a different coat of paint.
Oh boy, what a world! What a world!
Oh my Lanta.
Oh my Lanta! With that having been said, the ship kind of like begins to sail and float over the city itself.
Doom.
Stop it!
So I recall they were supposed to be a reward, but they left us here and we're not getting anything.
Weren't they all supposed to get picked up?
I don't know. Who cares? I have a ride.
Alright, so shall we
Each
start making our
of-
way back?
Each of you guys gets a mass sending spell.
Again.
Yes, again.
Again.
as you hear Dralaam's voice entering your minds once again.
You could stop at any time.
Ah, yes. Good. I hope you enjoyed the show. And we will be picking you up outside the city.
Sure.
Your caravan as
Everyone
well.
get in the... Oh. I was assuming you were taking it, considering, you know, you have a ship.
You are unable to respond.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, everyone, inside.
Okay, yeah, the runs in.
Yeah.
Percy claps her hands as the wheels of the caravan kind of like crack and split apart before forming animated like draconic legs. And it just kind of gets up and starts walking in that direction.
Soren was kind of like outside, like kind of like on the outside step of the caravan when it starts doing it. He goes, "Oh wow, that's cool," and then heads in and closes the door.
Meanwhile, Percy and Ritzel will just hang out on the in the garden on the roof as we just wander on.
All right then. The cart makes its way
Sit and wait.
outside of the city, and once outside the city, the airship kind of like hovers over it. And just to explain, this is the first time that you guys have ever actually seen an airship aside from the Celestian one. Like, to your knowledge, in lore, airships are nearly unheard of technology.
I mean, it is impressive, but I've seen a lot of shit in the last couple of months. At this point, every day is a new fucking discovery.
I mean, fair enough.
I fought some of these stressed out thoughts about a day or so ago.
It still doesn't make me less amazed, personally.
You gotta come at the bitch with something real big.
Alright then.
No, I mean, it's impressive. And Percy's like secretly like, I would like this, yes, give to me.
How can I weasel my way into the ownership?
It doesn't sound like I will be getting ownership of such a valuable ship that I could sell for our king's ransom, but I am okay with said scenario of me riding on top of it. So long as my new baby comes with me.
And with that, the the bottom of the ship kind of like opens up, and you see these long ropes with hooks attached to them just slide down from within the bowels of the ship and kind of just like swing a little bit before swinging outwards and then swinging back towards and just hooking along the bottom of your carriage before just and just pulling it up and just lifting it up through the air high above the city.
I'm making calculations like, you better not break any of the branches on my fucking tree.
And out of curiosity, would everyone make me a perception check?
Sure.
Oh, boy.
Agathar's so tempted to jump off right now, just to get the greatest glide of his life.
18,
He's
17,
looking down,
20.
like, contemplating. I rolled like shit.
As Valen just contemplates, Agstar looks like he wants to have fun. Do I want to? Do I want to help him?
Will the intrusive thoughts win?
Hey, Agathar, do you have Dimension Door?
No.
Okay. Dunk.
Alright then. Give me a second. I had something happen.
I don't deploy my my things. I die instantly. It's Valen's fault. He gets killed. All according to plan.
All
Hold
according
on,
to
Chris.
Ketsuo.
No, you
Ketsuo
won't
means
die.
plan.
Carrot cake.
Agathar, you
Keikaku,
won't
there
die.
you go.
You have the tattoo. You won't
Well,
die immediately.
as long as it doesn't instant kill me. Because I think it don't applies when it insta kills me, but I don't know. I think it because that's how the orc
Orcish
thing is
resilience.
worded.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're
So if it,
you're
like-
reduced to 0 but not killed outright.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it's
as long as it
Death
doesn't kill
Ward.
me outright.
Well, it's Death Ward, and you did die
That
technically.
don't
not
kill
death.
me. Can only make me stronger.
When you have to test
Man,
the
I've
game.
been waiting all night now.
No. And you guys are pulled up and up. And as you look out at the city below you, you can spot something. Within the city itself, there's a lot of painting, right? But now that you have a clear image of basically without any rain hitting the city or having like a bird's eye view, you can see that the paint begins to form a pattern, a secret message of sorts. And upon further inspection, you see it says Kylie was here. So, Kylie took the time to paint those words into her mother's city.
Yup. Yeah.
As you are pulled into the bowels of the ship. And once inside the ship itself, the bottom doors just close upwards, and the carriage is rested back down on top of solid ground once more. And you are within the skyship. Looking around, it appears to be a very large cargo hold type area. You can see a lot of boxes kind of like lining along the walls that are very neatly organized. And kind of like coming down to meet you guys is Naya. And she just kind of like rushes down and rushes in. Oh, hey, you guys! Did you see that? You see that? I flew so high up in the air, and then I fell, and I almost died. I could have died, but I'm alive now.
I mean, that was very impressive. Everything's really impressive.
Francois's eye twitches a little bit.
I know, right? Anyway, Dralaam wants to see you above deck. She has a mission, apparently. Because we're missing one of our members.
Okay.
And then she's just like, bye now, and just scampers away.
But the reward!
Oh, I will also say, Valen, you can see with the 20, you can see Stephanie in the city below, just like panting, just like trying to get to the ship.
She's on the ground. That's right. Nobody fucking took her.
That's... How did we forget about her? I'm sure everything will be fine.
I'm sure.
Forget
about
who?
Naya's assistant.
She has an assistant?
Yeah.
That poor woman.
Oh yeah. I think she can consider this a vacation.
No, she will chase us until the ends of the earth.
I hope not.
Well, we will see, I suppose. Let's go see what the crazed snake woman wants from us now that she's lucid enough to string a sentence together.
I suppose. Phelan will grab his normal traveling gear and just head on in.
Yep, I run up.
The
Okay.
cart kind of settles down on its haunches.
So is this one of those Navy ships where you have to go down to go up?
No, you're in like the lowest part of the ship. So basically you move forward and then you are able to go up. And going up the stairs, just like up the stairs, there's like a little zigzagging stairway leading up. And it's fairly easy to follow. And as you pass by, you see that there are 3 different floors. There is the mess hall, which is the second lowest floor. Then there is the crew quarters, which has a lot of different doorways and rooms along it. And then there is the deck, the upper deck itself, the main deck. And going up to the deck, you can see that Malcolm and Dralaam are currently whispering sweet nothings to one another before she slithers off of him as he just gives you guys a small, like, "A" type wave and just kind of moves along to continue his checks along the ship. As Dralaam just holds her arms out like, "Ah! Good evening, heroes of Deepwood. Now,
Yes.
Morning.
yes, and
Do you
now,
mind if I have a quick thing to say? Your friend promised us a reward and then never delivered.
Yes, she does that. She probably meant to give you something along the lines of 1,000 coins each or something like that.
Ah, I very much like that.
Of course you do. She kind of like pulls out from her pouch a couple other smaller pouches of coins and just kind of like hands them to each of you. There you go, on her behalf. I'll make sure to get my money from her.
I will, thank you.
You can hear
So
in
it's
the
1,000 each.
yeah, it's 1,000 each, and you can hear in the background, "I'm in danger," from Nea as she just flickers and is gone.
That's 1,000.
I will have you know, Dralaam, I turned your friend into a turtle and spun her on her back.
Oh, you did. Good. She needs to be spun around a
Oh.
bit more.
By the by, her assistant was trying to chase after us.
Oh.
So
Well, I'm sure if her assistant is worth
She
her
will
salt,
die
she
then.
will be able to come
She
here.
will die down there.
The assistants I hire for Nea are of a different sort. They know how to handle someone who can move really fast. And like clockwork, you
They're
hear these
different
small.
breed.
You hear the small pop. You hear a small popping noise as appearing on the ship at the on the very deck of the ship is Stephanie. Nea, I have your paperwork. And you hear, no
That woman's
paperwork.
talents are wasted
Meow.
on that buffoon.
I
She needs a raise.
I agree with the both of you.
So, can we get back to the task at hand? You had a job for us. Someone is missing. Who is it?
Ah, yes. Well, firstly, before we deliver you to Mel, I have a small request. I need you to reattain for me our resident bruiser, a lizard folk man by the name of Fletcher.
Uh-huh.
Where is he now?
And what is getting him back worth to you?
Well, getting him back to me is another member of the Canary, where they should be. But I would assume you're asking for some form of payment. Well,
I didn't. Not the charity, but yes.
my form of payment would be simply taking you to his last known location, rather than having you have to scout all of Vitrium in order to get to where he was. She says,
Would be
snapping
appreciated.
a map into existence in front of her. Give me just a moment for this
Question.
damnable thing to load in.
That's all fine and good. Is he also an Archmage?
No.
So, what part of you just making the job you wanted us to do easier counts as payment for it?
Well, she points to the map. He was last known to be somewhere over here. As you can
Uh-huh.
see, that is quite the number of days of travel, and across a source of waters of which there is no bridge.
Okay.
Unless you wish to go through Tarandrian lands.
No, I am wondering why I am doing this for you for free. When we should be just going to Mel's and carrying on with our mission. We've done our favor for you. You are look at how lucid and capable you are now. We have other things to do, other archmages to find.
We are on a bit of a timetable of sorts.
So unless you have some kind of incentive, I do not see us continuing this arrangement if it is out of the goodness of our hearts. Since I have very precious little to give.
Well, it was my hope that we would be able to get our bruiser back, so that way we could, well, have a fully armed and operational battle station, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
But if you don't want to make whatever large-scale fights you have in a later point in time easier, then by all means, I can simply just take you to where you need to go.
You need to elaborate. Are you insinuating you'll be our chauffeur for this foreseeable future?
You have your carriage. I thought you wanted to use it.
I do. I was a little nicked that I was going to be denied this and brought up on the belly of this behemoth. So, which is it? What are you insinuating?
Well, you see, this airship here is able to get up to a large amount of speed. And I know Mel, she will want to be going elsewhere where you guys are supposed to be going, so as to split things up. But should there be trouble, and I mean big-time trouble, then this ship can likely get to where it needs to go in order to assist with that.
That would. He kind of turns to the group. That would really help with Yori and Raymir whenever we come to it.
And will this incur a charge?
The first time, no. Assuming you're able to get me my associates.
So you're hawking yourself as essentially a portable battlement for a coin. Aren't you the ruler of an entire nation? Shouldn't you be there instead of like playing pirate?
Well, considering you gave me my ring back, there is something a lot larger that involves not only my country, but much more than it. Plus,
Yeah,
those...
we were told nothing of it.
Plus, those ch-ldr-n individuals are... well... they are worrisome as well.
Uh-huh.
What's going on in... Did we hear what's going on in ch-ldr-n?
No, you have not.
No, they're just here being an ass.
You see, it has come to my knowledge that ch-ldr-n recently declared war on Celeste. Evidently 10 days ago.
Really?
How unfortunate for them.
Yes. They were here in order to get me to be a neutral party. However, considering the Archmages are being called together, I would assume that this ch-ldr-n infestation has something to do with it. Hence why I reawakened the old technology, and am now leaving my country.
This ship is rather odd.
Of course it is.
You know how it works?
To a degree, yes.
So, no.
Well, I do know how it works. I know how it is powered. The issue is the power source is unique. One of a kind. something that is not naturally occurring here.
Hmm. Something from the other place, then.
Yes.
You seem to be quite knowledgeable about quite a lot of things on this place. You said so, and you weren't quite all here. A lot of things that seem to have a half-truth to them, beyond the fog that you wandered through.
Yes, I did say quite a lot.
Care to share how many people from that other place still walk this plane?
Quite a few are long-lived. I know those two damnable bastards did come here first. Hence why their kind are everywhere in this country.
Ears perk up a little. I mean, as much as like halfling ears can. Care to elaborate on that one?
I made a promise I would keep things aloof and obscure.
Oh, never mind. Say no more.
Then there's Nea, who is from there as well. My husband, obviously. Fletcher, I believe, died once before, but he came back. I had a clone of him. Before he wandered off again. There are others. Not sure if they're alive or dead yet. And then there are, of course... And then there are, of course, more than a few citizens within my own country that are from there as well.
Who would you say is the greatest threat, strongest, who crossed over?
A lot of competition for that. But...
Names, descriptions, people we should be aware of. Or seek out.
Let's see, there's the Karama family that crossed over. They are excellent swordsmen and women.
Soren smiles at this and he goes, I know, I was trained by one of them.
Oh, how quaint! How quaint indeed. Let's see, there is... Well, the Golden Dog and his family.
And pretty much as soon as he says he was trained, he looks down, gets a look of worry, and just goes,
What's up?
Not finished training, am I assuming?
No, it's something else. Continue.
Let's see, there's the Golden Hound and his family, but you've already met one of them. Or a couple of them. More than a couple of them. There's a lot of kids running around that are his.
Gets around, I see.
Yes. Then there's those two, but they're more of a neutral party than anything else.
Those two really doesn't describe anything.
Exactly. Then there's that Smith that did cross over as well. Don't know where she is.
That's one I would like a little more information. You don't know a damn thing about her, do you?
Oh, no. I know a little bit about her. More than most, I would assume. But that woman, I don't know where she is.
Can you tell us anything about her?
Blue-haired, high elven, probably with a couple streaks of gray in her hair by this point in time, considering her age. Believe somewhere along the lines
with gray in her hair?
Yes, I believe somewhere along the 86,000 line.
That's fairly old.
It's very old.
archaic, some might say. Much older than any elf that lives here could get to be. Sad as it is to say. There was the founders of Xanadu, the founders of Zenith, although they have left. There was the founders of... Something happened to that place.
What place?
Make no matter of it.
If I ask for information and I get a bunch of hims and haws.
I'm sure a lot of deals were secrecy was made, so
Here's a question. Those two, the one with the secrecy and spooky, I've met them. They seem to think I was someone. Someone I know. Care to elaborate on this?
Oh! Huh. Well, I suppose you do look a bit like her.
Like who?
Oh, well, there was this old curmudgeon named, oddly enough named Percival as well. Green skin, halfling. Or was she a gnome? I forget which. Me and her got along well enough.
I like how you were about to say didn't get along and then changed it up.
I mean, they did,
Is that
though.
right? They didn't.
Yes. Although I'm sure that she turned out to be the smith. Sybil was her name.
Right.
Yes.
So I look like this Smith person.
Well, her reincarnated form, if I am to believe what the twins told me.
Ugh. Okay. Do you believe these twins might know where this Smith is?
If they did, they wouldn't have asked you.
I suppose that makes sense. Right. No one else of note with more of a description of they, them, and ahum.
Well, like I said, I'm not sure if they're alive or dead. The only person I can think of is Mordecai and the Allmother. Mordecai actually used to be a shipmate of mine, I believe.
Allmother.
Title. She never really left it behind when she came here. She used to be the ruler of Tabaxi Island.
They named an island after the race that lived there.
Yes.
It's a tad droll, isn't it?
I mean, if the name fits, the name fits.
I would call it something a little more enthusiastic or perhaps inventive, but
She
I
shrugs.
suppose
I mean-
that was
I mean, it does kind of have the same energy as naming someplace Human Town or something.
She shrugs.
hard wood.
I'm
Or
so proud of that name.
Ponyville.
Are you? I
Yes.
suppose you would be, wouldn't you?
Of course. But no. I believe there's Mordecai, he was Tabaxi. Ray, I believe, also came over as well.
So you've been here quite a long time.
Yes. Roughly 110 years.
Tilts her head 110 years. Okay.
Yes. I I founded and formed this country 110-ish years ago.
Right, okay. I was going to ask if you knew the origins of the rain, but it seems like that might predate quite a bit.
The rain has always been here for as long as I've lived here at the very least. It's quite useful.
I suppose. So back to the matter of this field trip.
There was also Miss Cassandra over in the Raincatcher that came over as well.
Ah. Alright.
That's the first person I've ever heard of.
So, didn't get anything really useful, except maybe a vague description of an old elven woman. But I suppose that's better than nothing.
I mean, if you
think
want
could
me
draw her?
if you want me to talk about Hoyd and his Zenithian crew, then sure. I think he became
Yes,
an
no,
AI of some description.
Don't know what that means. I'm more interested in their technology.
Well, it's gone now.
I know that. Hence why I want to know about it.
Well, I never had much of an interest in it, outside of how to counteract it.
Cool. It seems like a sore spot for you.
It is. They focused on weapons technology, which made me very uncomfortable, hence why I focused on defensive magic.
Right. I feel like we're talking in circles now. This elven woman, the smith, do you think you could possibly give me a rendition, a picture, an image, anything, an image, so we can at least attempt to find her?
Why are you wanting to find her?
This is my business.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I have been mistaken for this woman. I feel like I could have the opportunity to meet someone I share a face with. Is that so weird?
She shrugs. Sure.
Maybe. Oh, okay.
She'll, minor illusion a image of Sybil.
Well, there goes that bargaining chip.
Who is a high elven woman. She is wearing a tank top, has a pair of gloves that are adorning her right and left hands that seem to be kind of, magiteched up, so to speak. And her hair is blue with a bit of couple gray streaks to it. And lastly, she has these steel gray eyes. If I recall it correctly. And of course, light-skinned.
I try to familiarize myself with the visage. Alright. This is enough to work on for the moment. We appreciate the help. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh.
Now,
What...
now, with your curiosity sated, I would imagine you're going to go on this request of mine, correct?
I look to the group.
As long as we get free firepower when we need it, I'm cool with it. That's quite a big ask.
It's free firepower once.
Still, it's once. How much would it cost us to get it after the one time?
25,000.
Or would we just
Fuck that!
That
Huh?
is a lot of gold.
That's money.
More
Yes.
than I'm willing to spend.
It's expensive to run this ship, you know.
Yes.
How about an IOU?
I'm starting to feel like ground travel is fine. Don't need to expend into the air unless I could find a way that is more expensive. Perhaps heat, like a balloon.
But on the upside, guys, having something, well, not sure what kind of firepower this ship can throw down.
Listen, this is a ship that is captain. Are you the captain, Dralaam?
No, my
I would
husband is.
imagine. Okay. I would imagine that since Dralaam is here, I would imagine their firepower is quite great with an artificer and an archmage at the helm.
True. So, still, my point stands.
Oh no, its defensives.
Having
Its defenses are great.
Well, you really know how to make a big explosion. I kind of look towards Belle, who was just like looking down.
If you're referring to any offensive magics, I can't cast those.
Fair. But still, your husband's an amazing artificer.
Yes, he is. He's so wondrous.
the only artificer in the whole Vitrium.
Speaking of, I'm going to go find him now. I have to show him around. I have to do a bit of a room tour with him. Ta-ta! And she just slithers away.
Are we leaving towards?
Is she getting up to leave?
So this is.
I mean,
so
if-
this is the bed. You don't need to see anything else.
It fixes itself, and it's made out of adamantite and mithril.
Here, I'll extend your arm.
What are the It's like what are the chains for, honey? Don't worry about that.
That's the tool I'll help you later.
That's
Yeah.
for Malcolm and me to know, and you to find
Surprise
out.
tool to help us later.
Oh my god. With that,
Is she like getting up to leave, or did she just like teleport out?
She is leaving, but she is not like teleporting away. You could theoretically still talk to her.
So are we going? Oh, go for it. Sorry.
He kind of like puts his hand up and goes, "Hey, 1 second, please. What is that spell that you used to talk to us earlier to get our attention?
Mass sending, yes.
Is there a way to do it with one person? There's someone I want to contact.
There is
Well, there's
just the
normal sending.
regular. Yes, there is normal sending.
Do you have a? I hate to ask this, but I'll pay for it if you need. But do you have like a scroll or something? I forgot to say goodbye to someone.
She just
Oh,
she just
well, I
reaches into she's reaching into his pad, pulls out a scroll and tosses it to you. Here you go.
Well, I could have made you a scroll.
Oh, I mean, if you didn't mind, I just didn't want you to be expending resources if you didn't need to.
It's Sorn. He just looks at you like, bro.
All right, I'll ask you next time then.
Thank you.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I'll use this in a minute.
But Miss Dralaam, so are we going to Heartwood first, or are we going to Mel's first?
Oh, we're going to the Heartwood first. I need my bruiser.
Okay. All right. Does Mel know? Do I need to contact her?
She'll be fine.
I
We'll
would
only be
still rather
delayed
just-
a little bit.
I know, but she's waiting for her whole month.
If she gives
I'd
you
rather just-
any flack, I will take care of it.
Okay, I appreciate you, Mr. Dralaam.
Cue the dream spell.
Yeah, right. Why do I hear One Winged Angel?
Kratos, Labratos. So with that, I'm thinking that I can wrap up the session here as the ship starts to turn in the air and begins to move towards the Heartwood. This massive fuck off tree that you guys can kind of like just see in the distance that this ship can clear the top of, but is currently just like, it looks like it's on a collision course with it. But I know that it's getting late for people, and it's up to you guys if you want to continue going or if you want to just call it here.
Personally, I'm up for
This is a
going,
good
but up to you guys.
spot.
Yeah, that's a good sign. I definitely want to just get a message out to
All right then.
Master Mel.
I will let you
And
guys
Sora
get
must have
your...
got one out too.
I'll let you guys get your final messages out, and then I will perform the wrap up, and then we will go into the post stream. So Soren, by all means, I'll start with you first.
So Soren just like kind of takes the scroll. Like he's actually able to use. I seem to recall like one of the things he got was the ability to use magic items, right?
Yep. He can
Scrolls.
use scrolls.
Yep.
He can use scrolls. Okay. So he basically unfurls a scroll and says, "All right, let's see if I can get this right the first try." And he tries to cast sending to contact Enwin.
All right then. Let's see. What level are you right now?
9.
9. And
You're level 9.
Okay. And I don't.
No, you should have told him level 10.
you fool!
I'm sorry, we're 15 now.
There you go. Level per weight.
All right then. And yes. Okay. A paladin would be able to cast 3rd level spells by now. So yeah, no check needed. You can just cast it.
Okay, well, he's going to cast a try to contact Enwin and basically say, "Hey, we're heading out. I forgot to tell you about it. A lot's been happening on my mind, and a lot's been on my mind. So, sorry."
Keep in mind the 25 word limit. Hey,
Soren probably wouldn't know that.
I know. So, hey, I wanted to let you know that we were heading out, and that
How many words was that?
forgot to tell you about that before, and that's about where it cuts off.
Yeah, that was really 25 words. Shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why Valen does the whole text to talk.
Yeah, I do that too.
So he's still going on after this.
Yeah, and
Soren.
you get a response of first time using sending, huh? Guess you didn't know about the small word limit. But it's okay. I'm able to respond at least. Send again?
Is the scroll gone?
Yes. The second you kind of like unroll the scroll and kind of like read upon the arcane runes and glyphs, it burns away in your hands and turns to ash, and you're able to cast a spell. After which, you kind of like get that response back. And after a few moments, it becomes obvious, to her at least, that you can't send again. So you get another message. So you used a scroll. Got it. Well, it's no big deal. I'll be here for when you come back. Just stay safe, okay?
Like the first time he gets the response that says small word limit, he kind of just like tilts his head and furrows his brow and goes, "Small word limit? Really?" Then he shakes his head and goes, like not in response. He goes, "Wish you would have told me how many words." He just
I like to imagine he just think it's like, how small do the words have to be? Like 2 syllables or less?
I love the thing where it's just like, man, I wish someone would explain the spell to me, and then the camera just pans to Agathar, just like staring at him with his arms crossed.
Agathar, Percy, Valen.
I did have a question.
Agathar just, am I a joke to you?
wish I knew somebody.
Okay.
God.
Okay, hold on.
But yeah,
Yeah. I'll let you finish your sending, and then I'll ask Percival, what were you going to say?
I wanted to do something quick.
Okay, I'll let him finish his sending first, then I'll get to you, then I'll get to Agthar. So,
Mhm.
respond back if you would, Soren.
He does, he kind of like visibly is counting on his hands now, and he goes, "I will be back," and then that's it.
All right. Percival, what do you want to ask or do?
I would like to cast a spell.
What spell?
Contact other plane.
Oh,
Oh shit.
okay. What are you contacting, or what are you asking about?
I'm reaching out into the ether because Percy doesn't really worship any deities. I suppose she could just be like contacting her master.
I'm contacting a Boeing 747.
37. So yes, I spend the time cast it as a ritual, and I shout into the ether essentially 5 questions. I will use my 15 to ace the check, and I get
Okay.
5 yes or no questions really.
All right. What are your 5
First
questions?
question. Is Sybil Hiklari Limri alive?
Yes. Although, here, you know what? You did this to me once before. Let me crack my back real quick. Stretch it out. So,
How ominous can you make a yes or no question?
oh,
Mayhaps.
I can make it very obvious. Allow me to get...
Oh, it's a one-word answer.
Uh-huh. Allow
If the
me
one-word
to...
answer
Are
would be
they alive?
misleading, the GM instead
Most.
offers you a short phrase as an answer. It doesn't say anything about cryptic.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Don't you worry
Are they
your
alive?
little head.
Mostly.
Technically.
If you can call it being alive.
Alright. Give me just a minute.
As he looks for the notes on this specific individual.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, I'm getting some mood music.
He's looking for some rhymes.
You should check with the Frost Maiden. I hear she has some.
So, you cast your spell and you reach out into the ether, and something answers. You feel your vision fade, and you are within a black, dark lit room. A table before you, a candle in the middle, a small flame flickering. A chill settling along your spine as something enters this room and sits across from you. Your mind unable to comprehend it. Not fully, at least.
Yeah.
As it just appears this black void of nothingness.
Yes, so I'm here to apply for the job.
So, ask your question.
Is Sybil Hiklari Limri alive?
There is this sigh, a breath along the air, and a response. Yes.
She takes count of the answers she's gotten. Is Sybil Hiklari Limri on this landmass continent?
Perhaps. Sometimes.
Is it that? The one I referred to, Soren's parents, do they reside within Vitrium?
No. They reside somewhere else.
Could have just said no, but okay. Thinks for a moment. It's 3. I have 2 more. Will be more clear this time. Where Sybil Hicklari Limerick calls home, is that on this continent, this landmass?
No.
Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Thinks for a moment. Is this home, the home of Sybil Hicklari Limerick, high or low?
Her home is where her heart is. It is neither
Scrunches
high
up.
nor low.
You did clearly say she calls someplace home, and it is not here.
But that is your questions. But now, I have one of my own.
Oh shit!
What, did you cast the spell and get me too?
Would you like to be a friend?
No! I lean back in the chair, kicking my feet up. Very well. I suppose you get 5 as well.
Fair is fair, is it not?
I can only answer the questions to the best of my ability. I am not you.
Tell me, what do you love the most? And Percival, you feel compelled to answer this question truthfully.
There's a moment where Percy is like reflective. I do not like many things. I suppose if there is anything that I consider to have love for, I suppose I am torn between familial and romantic. A little for Francois.
No.
Some for Eloise. Though I would not say that to her face.
Why do you seek this, Sybil?
Soren wants to speak with them on a matter. And I believe he needs a break. She also seems important. Like she has knowledge. I am compelled to answer, like, truthfully, though. Yeah?
Yes.
She is also my master's master.
You see the presence seem to kind of like breathe inwards, like a type.
Can I insight that shit?
Sure.
What? Damn it. Wait, look. Wait, I am a halfling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are. 12.
Alright, now I use luck. Now I use luck.
Go ahead. This
12 it is.
This is an entity that is beyond your comprehension. It may have a humanoid emotion or emotive, or it may have emoted in a humanesque way, but that does not immediately give you insight into it, sadly.
Fair enough. So yes, I wave a hand. You seem to like that answer. You don't have to answer my questions anymore, but care to share?
Will you use me again?
Likely. I have many questions that need answers. Though I don't know if you'll be the one to answer. I do not prescribe to religions or gods. So with such spells, I cry into the ether, and whoever picks up the phone, whoever picks to answer, is the one I deal with. So if you wish it to be you, I suppose I will need a name.
A name one must discover on their own.
She shrugs a touch. These of no consequence to me. Perhaps we'll meet again, though you still have a few questions left.
When you leave this place, will you perform a task for me?
Maybe. Who knows? I don't.
Hit him with the good old.
A piece of paper appears on the desk and is slid across to you.
I peer at it, glancing.
It is a contraption that can be built. A square box that seems...
Immediately more interested.
That seems as if something can go inside of it.
I bring it closer to myself if I look it over. Hello? And what is this?
Your questions have been asked.
You gave this to me. What do you want?
Will you build this for me?
Maybe. I don't know. Do you?
I can guess. And with that, you kind of snap back to reality. The paper is no longer in your hands, but the image is burned into your mind.
I call for Soren.
Soren, by all means.
Do you call him on the sending stones, or?
No, I just fucking roll up to your ass. What do you think?
Oh, okay. He's kind of sitting down and meditating, but you break him out of it, and he goes, "Hey, Percival, what's up?"
I slide your door open. As I do, I slide it a little bit, then back, and then back again. It's like, I like your door most. Before I push in. I performed a ritual to try and ascertain some information on your behalf.
Oh. Okay.
Gleaned a little. Just a touch. I haven't done any more in depth, but your parents are not within Vitrium. So that's much I can glean. And this Sybil character is not even on this continent.
Apologies, but the player doesn't remember a Sybil.
That is the smith.
That's the smith that can unmake your swords.
Right. Okay. So when Percival says that his parents are not in Vitrium, his brow furrows and he looks confused for a second, and he says, "So, who was it that the authorities in Darkwood saw in Vori?"
Deepwood.
Or yeah,
Right.
Deepwood.
Could be then. Just means that their residence is not in Vitrium. They may be close by, just outside its borders. In theory, they could be shacking up further south.
Oh, right. They were a member of my old tribe, which did not take residence in Vitrium. So maybe that's why. It could.
Perhaps.
I suppose it could also mean that they haven't quite found any residence yet. They're still wandering like I do.
No, I don't believe so. I'm pretty sure they have a home, a place. If divined that much. They have taken up root. It's just where that is has become tiresome to
Hmm.
divine. Because your family is stubborn.
Kind of like me. I guess that's where I get it from.
The Sybil character will be more difficult to locate. They are elusive, aloof, and do not live on this landmass. So, could be on an island or across the ocean on the adjoining land.
He looks a little distraught at that, like hearing that they're not within Vitrium. But he takes a deep breath and he says, "All right, if anyone can find them, I'm sure you can."
With my unending spite at being denied, I will assure you I will eventually find them, if only to prove that I can.
He smiles and chuckles a little bit and says, "I never doubted for a second you could. It may take a few tries, a lot of things do.
I
But
suppose.
every single attempt you make is deeply appreciated, though, and I can't put it into words how much I do."
She waves you off. It costs me nothing, so I have no issue with it so long it is not on a time where I need to be defensive or offensive.
It still costs you effort, and
Eh, what is a wizard but worth the salt of their spells? If I can't cast higher level tier magics high often enough, I'll never get any better at it.
well, thank you anyway. I do appreciate it.
Of course. And she steps back out of the room, sliding the door before letting it close, then opening it slightly and doing it again.
When you open it the second time, he goes, "Oh, you want to see my Zen garden? I just finished it." And the scene can end there if you were finished.
All right.
She peeks in through the door and looks at the sand. Yes, I see the mess you've made, and then closes the door.
Okay.
You hear him screaming, "Miss, you fucking bitch!" No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that.
So, Agathar, we will end off with your sending spell.
Yes. After staring off of the airship for comfortably too long, not thinking because he's sad, but because that'd be a killer glide, he heads back to his room in the little carts, and he does
I will
begin.
say, as you do
Mhm.
turn around, you see Naya is just there right beside you.
Ah!
It does look like a killer glide, doesn't it?
Did you get in my head?
Because I'm a daredevil. I love risking things. If I'm not close to dying, then I'm not having fun.
Blame him.
I mean, I guess I'm an adventurer. My job is to be in dangerous things. So I guess same?
Yeah. Hey, think fast. Agathar,
Ah.
I'd like you to roll me an acrobatics or athletics check of your choice.
Okay. Acrobatics it is. 18.
She picks you up and yeets you off the side of the ship. And you begin plummeting, just ah!
Okay. It was just a thought. And then whoosh. He opens his gliders and just like goes up to the airship. Ah, great.
And as you kind of like open your gliders and you're just kind of like gliding down, you see the ship just sailing off above you. You see Naya on the railing just shouting down, "Holy shit, you can fly! Yes!" and then you see her just kind of like you see her just kind of like hook a dagger on the side of the ship and just jump off after you.
Okay. Before she does that, can Belle just bump her off? Just like,
Sure.
Oh, okay, you threw a master
Sure.
off board. Antlers.
Yeah. You see just like you hear her go, "Oh, ah! Oh, that thing was here too!" Ah! And she starts plummeting through the air as well. She has this chain kind of like wrapped around one of her hands. She just kind of like, and she grabs you by like the scruff and just kind of like takes you through the air, just like down, whee, up, around, and then back up. As you just kind of like go up above the ship. Oh, and here's the fun part! Yeah! As the two just plummet, and about like 30 feet away from the actual deck of the ship, from like a 120-foot drop where you can't open your glider wings because she'll pull you down with her weight, the two of you flicker and just reappear on the ship.
I was like full like frightened cat. So like he's gripping onto the ground.
That was fun. Want to go again?
No! He runs away.
Aw, no one ever wants to go again. And she
Belle
scamper away.
does the like Belle does the thing where she kind of puts the claws to her eyes and points at her, and then points at herself and points at her, and then follows
Ooh,
her.
intimidating. As you pitter patter your way down.
That was unpleasant.
As you
he has to like
your way
give
down.
himself a second. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
it's fine.
pitter patters into his room, adjusts himself, and is just like, okay, that was weird. Okay. Okay. And he is going to cast Sending to Mel as he begins to look through his extensive amount of bones.
Mm-hmm.
And the message will be... God damn it. It will be, "Hi, Master Mel. Dralaam is having us run an errand to pick up the last of her crew. Sorry, we'll try to get there soon."
This is fine, dearie, but you... Hold on. But you are aware of the ch-ldr-n situation, are you not? They have begun their assault. And, well, things got harder.
Master Mel saying that, then things are bad. Okay, then I have the slots. I'll just send another reply. Yeah, we were informed of the situation. The more firepower we have against them, the better. What else? Yeah, I think that's
I
about it. I think that's what he said.
suppose that is fair enough. Although, dearie, do please quicken your pace. The Archmage in Celeste might be going underground, and thus harder to find.
Fuck it. One more. He's got a Pearl of Power. Yeah, he says, noted. We'll go as fast as we can. How strong is ch-ldr-n? Enough to threaten the world?
Unknown as of right now, but I'm sure we will discover that soon enough. Regardless, give Francois my best, and thank her for finally bringing someone home.
Quirks his head, nods a little bit. Yeah, he'll inform the group of like, we should quicken the pace. Things are getting bad. And you know, Mel says, nice. It was thank you, I guess.
Your mom's gross.
And with
I
that,
guess that's just a way of her saying she's proud of you.
And with that, as the ship begins to make its way over to Heartwood, we will end session with you guys currently listing on a skyship flying high above Vitrium.
That means the second Archmage is about to go underground,
Great.
because we know that the divine one is currently being
Well, the
hunted.
divine one, the divine one is in Viore, I think.
Yeah, they're in Viore and also being hunted down by the king.
Yeah.
And then there's
Well, if they
Celeste.
stayed hidden this long, they can continue to. The other one is a little bit more in danger.
True.
Regardless,
We're never gonna get on the back of the sidetrack.
regardless, it
Never gonna
is.
get home.
Regardless, everyone say your goodbyes, and I will end recording, and we will go into post stream. If you would like to catch the post stream, we do it live every week at the same time in the same place on twitch.tv/deathlyshad. And if you like my content well enough, make sure to peep the link in the description below for the Discord, both on Twitch and on the YouTube channel as well. I run a improv game every Saturday at a different time for the Tabletop Arcade, and well, I just became affiliate, and my first affiliate stream shall more than likely be next week with Rains of Vitrium Part 29. If you want to be there in support of that. Otherwise, thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. Agathar, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye. We normally start at 5:30 Central, but things just kind of happen. We don't need to talk about it.
I was asleep. Percival, say goodbye to the people. What?
Oh.
Okay. Francois, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, people.
Okay, there we go. Proper one. Francois, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye.
There will come a time. Soren, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye. Have a good one.
Valen, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, everyone.
Alrighty then. And from all of us to all of you, have a wonderful day and stay frosty.
Bye.
Bye.